Hello and welcome to another video of mine. Today we're going to be viewing the newest, the absolutely crazy expert world record by JZE. The man, the myth, the legend has done it again and improved his former expert record by 0.14 milliseconds. How? Milliseconds. How did he do it? Good question. We're going to be rewatching his game right here, right now, and reviewing it because it's the world record, simply. So, without further ado, we're going to watch it in entirety and full glory. So let's just start. I'm not doing slow down at all. Also, just watching another game like this, just you have the feeling that, oh my god, he did it again. Like an actual record. Also, this board is actually amazing that he got. He had 9 openings on it, which is really, really good. And that's it. That's the record. That's the record. Can you believe that? I cannot. So how about we go slowly? Because understanding JZE is a bit tough. Actually, no, not 9 openings in this one. Sorry, 12, as you can see here. And this is the mouse path for this. It might seem like a jumbled mess, but as you can see, he does opening clicks, and he doesn't like overstate his welcome anywhere. He just yoinks through everything and just goes straight to the point. Simply amazing. Now we're going to watch this in slow motion. So let's start slowly. So he does his opening clicks as usual. I'm going to be solving this myself on the 3D sweeper to the right. 3D sweeper, if you don't know already, is my super clone that is used for reviewing times or just practicing. So he does this opening clicks like this. He actually could have hit this opening. He actually does hit it, but quite later. He loses some time because of it. Because, well, he didn't know about it. But if he knew that there's an opening here, there's a high chance that, like, if he would have gotten those 3 openings, like here, here, and here, here, and here, his time would have been a lot better. But so far, these are just opening clicks. We really shouldn't be looking too deep into them, because there's no sense. They're just opening clicks. Okay, so let's continue on JZ's journey. So he clears here. He does a really good no flag here. He doesn't chord. He doesn't do something like this, which is just inefficient. I mean, you could continually chord here, but in this situation, JZE decided that it's best to just clear this one tile and clear 3 of those no flag and go back and just multitask. Well, JZE is not human, so he can do that, but for an average sub 50 player, you do one thing at a time. Because you're just gonna, you don't have the brain power to think in the moment of what would be the best action in the second, like in the moment. So he actually, JZE could have, let me go back to this section. Like he had this on the cover. So no, he actually had only this, yes. So he could have done something like this. Clear this, placed some flag here, placed here, chorded, went back, and do something like this. He didn't have to, but this would have been a bit better because he would have more knowledge about this opening. I mean, he did it with no flag and chord already, but this would have been a bit better because he would have had more knowledge more quickly. So let's continue. He does a fantastical chords here. Absolutely brilliant. 3 perfect chords. And wait, let's see actually the... No, he just, instead of like... let me go back a bit. Instead of this one, he opted going for something like this. No, I'm just in the wrong. Give me a break. What he does is this chord, so here, 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 and so, no, yeah, he basically cleared those two. Okay. So he just did a different version, different fastest version of like solving this current situation. I was just doing the wrong. Sorry about that. So he moves to the left, and those 2 no flags were very fast. Something like this. Just blink and you'll miss it, quite literally. Continuing to the right, he hesitates a bit. Clears this. This is actually nitpicking, but if you're a world record should be perfect. And this might seem weird for a lot of actually people, but this record wasn't perfect. It had some mistakes. It's 138 BV, but it still had its mistakes. So going here, JZE clears... Wait, let me actually go back a bit. And just basically solve what JZE had. Here, he cleared this tile first. Then he went for clearing this tile here. No flagging. But, well, duh, you should, because of this one, is already satisfied with this flag. So you should clear this, right, too? No. The best thing, absolute best thing in the situation would have been just place a flag here and do an absolute amazing chord. Would have been perfect. But JZE decided to do a no flag and then chord. Like another additional one. I mean, he didn't lose that much time because of it. I'm just nitpicking. So let's continue. He does a no flag here. Why didn't he like place a mine here and just do a chord? I mean, he could have, but there would be a possibility. Well, he just preferred to no flag in this situation. He would have had to place another extra flag here, so it would have been just better to do no flag here. So he actually does something that I'm actually surprised that he did, because I haven't thought of this myself. Here, I would have myself cleared those 2 tiles here and perhaps look for an opening, like somewhere here. JZE does something brilliant. Clears those tiles with really good chords that I wouldn't expect, like, even a top player to do. Because they're just obscene. You would normally look for an openings here. Because, like, you usually when playing expert, you are looking for openings all the time. So continuing, now he decides to go back. Clear 1 tile, chord, clear, go back. Well, what the hell just happened? JZE decided to go bananas. As always. Why did he clear this tile? Because, like, this is already solved, and he just gathers info on what's where and does this chord, which gives him info and a beautiful opening. He hesitated a bit here with the second chord, but it's understandable. He went here. Okay, this is really nitpicking, but he went a bit down here because he thought there might be an extra tile here to chord. Well, not chord, just to clear. Sorry about it. So he I would have never done something like he just did in the situation. What he did was clear this tile. When usually clearing expert, you're looking everywhere but Like, this is just obscene. But this one clearing of a tile is really important because, like, you can see this for solve already. And this just allows JZE to like gather knowledge and know what to do in this next situation. So here is now he clears here. I'm trying to like copy him what he does to not get lost in my board and also not to get lost on his board. I mean, it's hard, but Minesweeper is a hard game in general. You have to learn it. You have to adapt and overcome. So he goes up, clears those two tiles. Actually, in this situation, like, the best thing would have been to just click here, but this would have been unfair prior knowledge if he would know that there's an opening here. So, like, he did it the human way, and did something like this, and cleared this tile. So he wouldn't have to go back. He does those two good chords, like classic ones, like clearing 3 tiles. Clears this, and already there's a really good potential for a chord here in this situation. But since this is JZE, sorry, my bad. I actually predicted the future with the chords. He got an absolute amazing opening here. Here is going to be another opening also. He got an absolute amazing opening and hesitated for a bit because while you are in like the middle, you have to like pay much attention to what you're doing because you might fail. And like those like insides like on expert are some of the most important places because the fastest way to do him is usually no flag. And you have to be extra careful with what you're doing. He clears. Actually, this is a bit questionable what he just did. Like if you come back here, he could have saved quite a bit of time by doing this, but he instead cleared this extra tile for an unknown reason. Well, because he was most likely looking for an opening. But this is really questionable what he did, because the best thing would have been just a really good chord here. So this is one of the most like visible improvements to this run that like are seen by the human eye, which is rare for expert world records. So he does the chord on the other side and clears this tile, and also does a chord here, comes back, clears this, and goes up. And since JZE loves to multitask, he doesn't continue chording. He goes here, here, and here, and here. And now he knows that this wall flag, like there's a wall here, so he can just click an opening. Beautiful stuff here. Didn't even have to use like place many flags, just go straight for the opening. It doesn't lose efficiency because of it. Efficiency is really important. I mean, it's not the most important thing in Minesweeper, like playing game, but it helps you just be faster. And if you're a competitive player, being fastest should be your main priority. Oh no, there's one more priority, and it's having fun. If you're not having fun, then what are you doing? So he continues clearing those tiles that just give plain information. He just gathers information on what he can do in the like future. Maybe he's going to plan a chord or something. Also, here is a tile that just gives information. He hesitates for a bit, just thinks what he can do. And here's another improvement. Here is a 3. So he clears this. Let me actually go back to how he solved it, because I just got a bit lost. Clear this. He could have done a chord, two like chords here. He could have solved it like this, and would have been in a really, really good place if he would have done those chords like I just did. I mean, then I would have found the opening, but as you can see, he struggled a bit with the openings, and thus those two absolutely amazing tile clearings. They're simply amazing. And you might be thinking, what is JZE doing here? Why is he moving his cursor here? There might be a mind here. There might be some pattern. Well, he was looking for an opening. You can see it's a big risk, like looking for things like here, but there might have been like here, there might have been a giant opening. And as you might see soon, there was one. Spoilers. Here is another improvement to this record that JZE could have implemented. He could have moved his cursor up, placed two flags here, and do a chord, sorry. And then do another two quick chords. And in this place, JZE makes the biggest mistake of his run. This hurts a lot. He lost over a second here. Over a second. This would have been a 27 if he would not done those mistakes. It's hard, but it sometimes just do be like that. We might do something perfectly, but still we might do some mistakes, which is sad, but we have to go forward. He clears this one tile, gets this tile with the information. Oh, sorry, I don't have this cleared. Clears this because there might have been one here, and clears this tile. Why? Because there might have been a one here, and he could have used it for like doing a really good chord. But he does this. Absolutely amazing chord out of nowhere. And finishes those two tiles. I myself in this, like he does this chord. Like in this place. Really good one. I myself would have just cleared, placed another flag here, chorded, cleared those two, chord, and that would have been it. And here's the last one. And that's what JZE does. Once again, this ending would have been a bit better if he would have just done things in a better priority. You know, like mainly, he did a really good job with clearing those two. He should have placed a flag here because, and did a chord. This would have been amazing. He would reveal so much information to himself. He would have a chance for possibly a 27. It would have been really tight, but who knows. But he decides to nope. Like, he luckily hits this one, and it's also questionable why in this place. JZE has a clear one here, has a really good chord here, and decides to, because of the three, we know this style is clear. He should have just like placed a flag here and chorded, but he decides to not go for it. Sadly, his time would have been a lot better. And that's it. That's it. JZE does it again. How? Well, the answer is he's just practicing a lot, and he has a lot of talent, and he's definitely not going to stop here. And thank you so much for watching this video, staying until the end. I'm going to now start streaming daily because I want to, because streaming is cool, and I want to just share Minesweeper with everyone and just get a lot more people into playing Minesweeper. Thank you so much also once again for staying here. and I hope you have an amazing day. See you next time, and see you tomorrow.